Hi there, my name is Andy.
And my name's Vanessa. Welcome to Clifton Cameras product review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Canon 5DS and the 5DSR.
We travelled to Canon UK in Surrey to meet David Parry. He's Canon's product intelligence consultant. He'll be answering all of our questions in today's video, but before then, let's take a look at the key specifications.
What kind of results should we expect to receive from a 50 megapixel sensor? And will photographers have to compromise?
The big difference between the S and the R and the current 5 series that we have at the moment, so the 5D Mark III, is the level of detail. These cameras will be able to give you much more detail than the 5D Mark III will be able to, simply because of this new sensor, this new 50 million pixel sensor. So if you're doing, say, wedding photography and you'd be able to see much more detail in, say, like the bride's hair or in the fabrics and the dresses and this kind of thing.
50 million pixels in a full frame sensor is insane, but have Canon reached the limit of the full frame sensor?
The technology is changing all the time. The technology is moving forward. As things stand at the moment, we feel that 50 million pixels gives you the best balance between detail, low light capability and noise levels. Now, a pixel is made up from 3 different components. You can actually redesign those 3 different components to work in different ways. So as the technology moves forward, we'll be looking at these and trying to see if there's a way we can make each individual pixel more efficient. If you can make it more efficient, therefore you can get better low light capability, and then there's possibilities of making them smaller or giving people higher ISOs again. So we're always looking at developing the technology. But as things stand at the moment, 50 million pixels we feel gives you the best balance.
So the Canon 5DSR has a cancelling low pass filter built in. Why didn't Canon just simply remove the low pass filter?
Now, the reason why we've done this is that if you take out the low pass filter altogether, you actually change the focus plane of the camera, which can affect your autofocus system and also affect the focus plane of the sensor inside the camera, which means you have to redesign the whole camera. Now, what we wanted to do is we wanted to give people a choice of whether they wanted a camera with a low pass filter or they wanted a camera without the effect of a low pass filter. So that's why we've gone this way. If we just did away with the filter altogether, we would have to completely redesign the camera, and therefore that would make it a more expensive product and also not give people the choice. So we decided to go down this route.
So who is the 5DSR aimed at?
The 5DSR would be really suitable for landscape photography. The reason why I say that is because you have the low pass filter cancelling effect inside this one, you potentially could get moire patterns, which you get when you're dealing with regimented straight lines. So in a landscape environment, because you're dealing with an organic subject, you're less likely to get these sort of effects. Whereas if you are, for instance, doing architectural photography and you're photographing bricks or something like that, because it's a regimented line, you could potentially get moire patterns. Once again, if you're doing landscape photography and you're shooting suits and certain fabrics, you may get the patterns again. These can be taken out in software, but this could slow down your workflow. So it depends on the sort of speed that you work. Also, if you do things like food photography or particular pack shots, you may find the R a better camera to use because you're not working quite so fast, and you can actually take out any anomalies that may appear. Whereas the S, if you're working in, say, a fashion environment where maybe you need to have a faster workflow, you might find the S the better camera to use.
So both of these cameras have the new motorized mirror mechanism. Why have they done this, and is this a sign for the future?
There is a new mirror system inside this camera which actually uses less springs and uses more motors. The reason why we've done that is to control the action of the shutter a lot more. We've done this on a few cameras. The 7D Mark II has a similar kind of arrangement as well. But having the motors and having the control over the mirror assembly is much more important on a product like this because of the level of pixels that you have or the amount of detail that this camera has. Any sort of movement of the camera could affect the sharpness of your image. So we've put our latest and our best arrangement of geared and motor drives on the mirror assembly to make it as smooth as possible. It basically has a braking system as the mirror comes down to try and stop that sort of mirror slap that you can get. We are using this technology on other products at the moment, and we will be looking to use this technology moving forward as well.
Although the ISO is less than the 5D Mark III, who do you think that will affect the most?
With the 5DS and the 5DSR not having the higher ISO that you find on the 5D Mark III, you may find the 5D Mark III a better product if you're shooting fast-moving action. So say, for instance, if you're photographing sport, especially in difficult lighting conditions. Also, if you do a lot of photojournalism as well, you may find the 5D Mark III the better product because you can have that flexibility of using those higher ISOs.
Canon will be using the EF mount from the 5DS and the 5DSR, but will some of the lenses limit the performance?
We have nearly 90 lenses in our lineup, ranging from tilt-shift lenses to super telephoto lenses, and all different ranges in between. Now, not all of them will be suitable for these products. Some of those designs of those lenses were done when film cameras were still around, so they are not really up to date with the latest technology of the sensors. Now, at the moment, we're saying that any lens that's launched from 2014 onwards is capable of resolving the level of detail that's expected. Now, at the moment, we are testing lenses that go back further than that to see which ones will be suitable and which ones won't. Interestingly, the new 24-105, this is the non-L series lens, is actually capable of giving the level of detail that we would expect. So there's a number of really interesting lenses that will work really well with this sensor. It's not just the L series glass. But as going forward, we'll produce a list that will tell you which lenses we'd recommend for these products.
The 5DS and the 5DSR have the same dual Digic 6 processor that was introduced into the Canon 7D Mark II, providing speedy processing for such huge file sizes.
Canon have also given these cameras a 61-point autofocus system to give a wide range of focus points to fulfill your creativity. Canon have created two amazing cameras, which I believe is the next step within DSLRs. The fact that it's not just aimed at professional level users with the Creative Assist feature means that anybody can pick up this camera and get fantastic results.
Both these new cameras are great additions to the Canon lineup, expanding on their already renowned productivity. With such high quality detailed definition, this camera is definitely going to appeal to the landscape, product and wedding photographers out there.
We would like to thank Canon UK, especially David Parry, for answering all of our questions in today's video. But if you would like to find out more about these two products, feel free to have a look on our website, or you can contact us via email.
Or call us on 01453 548 128 and we will do our best to answer any questions you may have. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.